Hey everybody, it's been a long time since I have done a live stream. So, the reason why I'm doing this video today is I was checking my prim feed, looking at my new notifications, and I was looking at who faved my newest store ad, and I saw this guy named Jason Beck. I believe his name is J-A-Z-O-N, I think. Hold on, let me look it up. Yeah, I should have had this information already. Sorry about that. Let me go to Chrome feed. My browser is taking longer to load because I'm running OBS. So, anyways, I checked out his profile and I was looking at his pictures, and then I saw that he had a new picture that was like a grand opening today. It's the 7th. They're going to have a church service. I thought that was interesting. I was like, okay. And I was like, wait, wow, it's today the 7th at 11 o'clock in the morning SL time. So I went to it and it was good. Sermon was all right. It could have been better. So I kind of, my mind started to kind of wander a little bit. I don't know what it is, but like when some people talk about do like their sermon or whatever, and my mind wanders. I don't know, when I go to a physical church in real life, my mind doesn't wander because the preacher is like really experienced. They know how to speak, and they're not constantly swallowing their throat noises and drinking something on mic like this guy was doing. And so anyways, it was like I started wandering and going on the web and like looking up stuff, and I was like, okay, I guess. And let me try to go back to what he's saying. The whole thing was about patience. It's like learning to have patience for when you're praying for something or want something. It can't be on the time that you want it to have it on that time. You gotta have patience. Yeah, blah blah blah. So his name is actually Jazon Beck. It's a legacy username, so it's 2 names. So anyhow, so I went to his sim. It's based on a fictional city in Texas, in the central Texas area. So I actually Googled that, and I was like, oh, so that's where it's at in Texas. So because I live in Texas, I thought it was cool that this guy also lived in Texas, and he's doing a whole role play sim based in Texas. So it's like if you ever like ever heard of role play communities in Second Life, they have like you can be like a sheriff, a firefighter, teacher, nurse, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if they do nurses, but and then they got their own pastor. And so I came to the place early, and there was 2 people there, and so it was this lady and this girl, and I saw when I went inside the church that it was one of those child avatars. And child avatar, if you don't play Second Life, that's when a real life adult will buy a child avatar, and they will try to talk like a baby. They'll use the letter W in with their words to make it sound or seem like a child, like gibberish. I mean, I hate that. It's annoying and annoys me. I don't like it. It's weird. So I was like, okay, so there's this kid avatar, great. And then more people showed up, and then the service started, and like I said, it was an okay sermon. And then like everybody was So he did it on voice. Sorry, I should have said that. Yeah. So when I introduced myself to that lady and that child avatar, we were all on voice except for the child avatar because she obviously doesn't want her voice heard because she won't be like in character for her child avatar. Anyways, so that when the sermon was done, the people were just chit chatting and stuff about how they want us to like promote the sim so that people will come to this the set they're gonna have later on in the day. They're gonna have a DJ. They're actually gonna have a live singer. Then they're gonna have a DJ. And I was actually thinking of inviting my best friend there. I thought we could hang out and do some voice because we're voicers. We like to go to voice hangouts and chit chat or listen to the drama that unfolds at these kind of voice hangouts. There's always like some sort of drama going on, fighting about something. Anyways, so I'm like, there was another kid that came and was another person. I think they were with somebody else. And then a dog showed up, and I asked him if he talks on voice, and then the pastor goes, "Of course not." Like he sounded upset, like offended or something that I would ask if this person talks on voice because we go to London City Sim, there's people who are wolves or bears or whatever, and they talk on voice. So they can still be in character, but they also talk on voice. So, anyways, and it was really funny. I ended up finding out that he said it was a he. I was like, and he's like, I guess he owns that dog, and he owns this dog and doesn't even know that the gender of the dog is female. The dog had one of those speakers that like when you type something into local chat, it comes out in green text, and then the little object will have a name, and the name is Buddy. And so like in their display name, I think it was like I can't remember the first name. It was like a girl's name, kind of Saf. It was Saf, Saph, Saf Buddy or Saf Bud, and I can't remember the last name. I think it was the same last name as the pastor. So, anyways, and so I was like, well, that kind of sucks, like I'm not gonna be able to interact with this dog if they're not gonna talk to me on voice. And anyway, so they're talking about the town. They're talking about what's going on with the town. Like they're saying, like there's shops. If you have a shop, you can have a shop there. And then they were talking about that there used to be like a children's home there, but the like bunk beds that Jason had put down looked more like a prison or something. Someone said. I think the pastor said it looked like a prison. So now they're opening up a preschool, and they were saying that some people that come to that sim have kids, like, well, they don't have like an animish baby. They have like child avatars, adults playing child avatars, and they said that their kids had friends that are kids, and so they have all of these child avatars that are becoming to the sim with this preschool. And so I can only imagine that the event that's going to happen later today at that sim is going to have a whole bunch of child avatars there, which really annoyed me. And that's why I decided to do this vlog today, because I'm really annoyed. I was like, okay, cool, I found a new place to go hang out at, and it got ruined because of the kid thing. And like the more that they talked, they all were like all happy talking about the preschool thing, and like the freaking pastor was like, and he's in his 40s. The pastor was like, oh yeah, that's good. That sounds so good, or that's good, or something like that about the preschool. He was like so happy about the freaking preschool. I'm like, dude, what the hell's wrong with you? Why are you excited about something like that? If you're gonna be excited about something, be excited about there's a live singer gonna be happening at the event. And it's also they have a DJ there. I think it's a really funny name. It's called Ill Skills with a Z at the end. And I'm thinking, well, they better be a really good live DJ, unless they're a jukebox DJ. There's two different types of DJs in Second Life. There's the jukebox DJ, which means that they've downloaded a whole bunch of music to add to create their own playlists, and then of course if they accept requests, and they will have to download a song if they don't have it to play it for you. Then you have live mix DJs. They have their DJ equipment in real life that they are turning knobs and pushing dials and sliders and all that kind of stuff, and they got that going on, and they're mixing all the music live as you're listening to it. Those are like the considered the real DJs in Second Life. But anyways, because my whole plan was, when I saw this, when I actually I saw actually Googled Crystal Brook to see if it was a real city in Texas, but it's not. It's fictional, as I said a little while ago. It's fictional, but what was my point there? I was gonna say something, but uh, yeah, I looked it up. Yeah, and so and I saw they had a service for the church service, and then there was going to be a live singer, and there's going to be a DJ playing and music, and I was all excited for it. I was like, yeah, but I'm going to go to this place, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. But now it's ruined. My plan for the day to go there later today is ruined. I can't go there because there's going to be kid avatars there. There's probably going to be a lot of kid avatars there, and it's gonna annoy the hell out of me, especially if they're like really talkative child avatars and they're doing that stupid baby talk. Oh, also, so when they were talking about, like, when I asked, or they said that, I was asking if the dog talk on voice, and like they're like, yeah, especially the kid avatars, and they said the kids don't talk on voice because it would be really strange for you to hear a 40-year-old woman talking on voice when they're playing a child avatar. And then we all like laughed. I'm like, yeah. And I was like, like in real life, like a 5-year-old in real life, they talk like a 5-year-old. They talk normal. Like they can form sentences. They can talk a lot, especially if they're very outgoing child and they're very chatty. So, and I said they don't do any of that weird baby talk. And as soon after I said that, like nothing was said for a moment, and then they went back to talking again. Like the child avatar that was like the closest one to me, she didn't say anything in local chat or anything. She said nothing, and it's just, oh, it's so weird. Um, God, why do they have to ruin my freaking day? Like, I mean, I can go elsewhere. I can go check out other places and stuff like that. But I felt like this like landed in my lap. I went to see who Fade my store ad, checked out his profile, checked out this sim that he created, and I met him. He was a really nice guy, and I met his girlfriend. Well, I actually didn't say hi to her. Like, she was like, I only talked to her for a moment just because she was stuck inside underneath the pew, the bench, because of her AO was on, and it kept like pushing her up and down inside the chair. It was weird. Anyways, but I actually didn't say hi to her, so I was reading profiles. Yeah, that's what I was doing before the sermon started, and like afterwards, I was just like reading profiles. So yeah, that's my rant. That's my annoyance for the day. I haven't done a video in so long. Um, I even wanted to make it all special for you guys. Like, I got a Linden home. Well, I have Premium Plus membership, but I had abandoned the previous one, which was the newest house that they had for Premium Plus users. Um, so I got the Victorian home because it's really pretty. Because out front they have all these pretty flowers that are part of the land. So I just raised out a chair, put this picture up. It's like blurry for me. It's like I don't. It's not like focusing. It's whatever. This is the outfit that I wore to the church service. I was looking for something to wear, and everything I kept unpacking was not modest at all. This one's called "Oh My God, Catsuit." It's it's really shiny. If you're like in a space where there's like lots of lights or something, or if it's really bright in there, it was like so shiny. It was like had like this yellow color going all over my cat suit. Uh, whatever lighting they had in that tiny ass church they were in was making it really shiny. And everybody else was like wearing like normal attire, and here I am in a freaking cat suit. Yeah, I bought this a while back, and I just hadn't unpacked it until today. So, and then I unpacked these heels that I bought, that I forgot that I bought from the store. Isn't the heel part really cool looking? It's like wicked looking, as curly, curvy, whatever. Yeah. So I'm saying do not go to the what is it? Let me see what it's called again. It is called what's it called? Where is it? Oh, it's the Village of Crystal Brook. So if you don't mind being surrounded by child avatars that are played by adults and people who support that, then sure, go check it out. Their event starts at 2 p.m. with this live singer named Anna Ray, and at 3 p.m. is DJ Ill Skills. So you can go there, I guess, if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it because, children avatars. The bane of my existence. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, that's why I don't go to General Sims, because that's usually where they flock to, is those adoption places and stuff like that. That's where all of the kitty shit is. And I stay away from that. Only thing it's like, for me, I have the Zuby Animesh baby. And I haven't played with her in a long time. She's just resting in my inventory, but it's like a really expensive, cost me 5,000 lindens for that. It's the same amount that you would pay for a body. I got her crib, I've got the washing station, I got the high chair to feed her in, I got the wardrobe for her clothing, I got the stroller so I can take her out of the house, and they got those learning gems. She learned how to say mama, but there's more learning gems, but I don't feel like spending money on it anymore. So, why are my lips barely moving? I like activated the gesture, and I chose my talking style in the HUD. Ah, it's as good as it's gonna get. Yes. I don't know what else to talk about. That was pretty much my whole thing, with the child avatar thing that annoyed me, ruined my day of like checking this place out. I don't know how well my uh computer would be able to handle it, because I don't know how many people would show up for that sim. But when they were all talking about the child avatars and saying like how so many were like wanting to come to the sim for the preschool, I can only imagine how many of them will show up for the event. And that could probably lag me out, because a lot of the hairs that fit that fit adults don't always fit well with child avatars, and some of them have to like resort to the flexi hairs, which are like really old and it's very heavy scripted. A lot. I mean, well, I don't change my preferences, so like when I go to a sim, all the people are gray people. I actually had to like right click on their name tags and choose always display full detail so that I can see their avatars. Yeah, so anyways, oh, I have a store now in the Bellisaria shopping district. I pay $32 freaking for premium plus membership, and I can upload images for free, animations for free, mesh for free. Yeah, that was a more recent update, was the mesh uploads for free. And it's like I'm basically paying $32 to have a store. It's a long, narrow store, not like a square store like some other stores are in the shopping district in the Bellisaria region. My well, it's a region. I don't know. Mine. I'm in the Fox Run region with my store. There's like a makeup store near me, and like a cat store where you can buy like a kitty cat, the kitty cats, whatever, the exclamation point. Yeah, those are breedable cats. Yes. Since we're here and I'm done with my rant, we can go there together. Hopefully I won't crash um, because I'm running OBS right now to stream, and sometimes I get a little laggy at my store. I have music. I won't have it enabled, but I have music playing at my store. I got some electronic dance music playing. Okay. This is my whole folder for the store. You can't have a Dropbox at a Linden home, nor can you have a Dropbox at your store in the shopping district, the Area shopping district. So I have a platform that I have a friend who has the island, and one of my best friends here, and she lets me stay there for free. So I have my own platform in the sky, um, and so my Casper Vent Dropbox is on my platform, which is great because I was like, I wouldn't be able to have a store there if I didn't have the platform on the island. Wow, I'm having issues. I'm having issues. Wow, I hate this thing where I'm like not landing properly. Okay, the lighting should change. It should change. That is. Wow, it's like really lighty. I also changed the wind light, so if you come to my store, the wind light will change as well. Right now, it's not changing for some reason. And I have voice chat restricted to my parcel, so nobody can hear me talk right now if anyone was around. Which there isn't. I never see anybody around here when I'm coming in here and putting up new products. Okay, why won't you change back to the lighting? Hello? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna close my inventory. I don't need it open. I was gonna leave it open because I thought maybe I would like be getting something from somebody there at the sim if they're gonna share something, but I guess not. Why is it not showing my light? Well, there it goes. There it goes. Finally. Lagging a little bit here. So these are my new releases. These were new in my marketplace store. So now I have them here. There's no, as you can see, there's no information on the actual vendor. But if you click it, you select info, then the information is here. Plus, I also include the guise of gift links, so you can see an in-roll demo moving of the head moving and the body moving and the dance. So it's my makeup over there. This stuff is like past releases from my marketplace store. These are new. Might as well show you since I'm in my store. So got a shape for sale. And I got this. It's like slowing me down. It's the eyeliner I made. So yeah, I got those for sale. The sale ends on June 8th. And then on the 9th, at some point in the morning, I don't know what time it is that I'm going to be coming here, but on the 9th, I'm going to take those down, and then I'm going to put them inside my marketplace store at the regular price. But these are my shape. Excuse me, I was yawning. It's my shapes. Sometimes when I talk for too long, my throat gets scratchy. My acid reflux messing up my throat. It's got tattoos here. These tattoos, different faces and all that good stuff. And then over here, I got my icons, got my free delivery, marketplace, prim feed, and Flickr. Then I have a gift over here. This is this gift box, so cute. And this is the alternative liner set that I've had in my marketplace for a while. It's 10L on the marketplace, but for in-world, I put it on 5L. All of the prices here are lower because what I've noticed is someone is looking at me. What the hell? Maddie Zane. Oh, they went away. So what I've noticed is that in world, people demand for low prices as opposed to marketplace where you can put what your product is, what it's worth, and the people will accept it because it's on the marketplace. But when you're in world, people want low prices, so or lower than the marketplace. So everything here is lower priced than it would be on the marketplace. So like everything is low. Anyhow, so yeah, that's my store. And I picked up some rainbow stuff for Pride Month to have as decor my store. I went to this store and they had this rainbow pack that I bought, and I'm gonna run. Don't move too slow. And I got this rainbow drippy one. The mesh isn't like that good. It's like that kind of mesh where it's like in shards. It's in shards, like lots of triangles all stuck together. Like as you can see, it's not very well done, but if you don't look too close, then it's good. Yeah, so as you can see, there's other stores around me. So isn't that cool? It just like opens up, and oh, I was gonna tell you. Well, it's supposed to be a surprise, but I'll tell you anyways. I don't even know if anybody's gonna look at this video. These sections, like there's different styles you can do to set up the store. So I chose this one that has these like cut out little sections right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some shapes for sale. Well, not for sale, not on sale, but for sale, to buy here. And they're gonna be cutouts of my shape in a pose with the style card look on, and then you'll buy it. It'll be a vendor, and you'll buy it. I'll have a little buy me tag thing, texture, so that people will know that it's a shape you can buy. I'm gonna put it, and each shape will be in its own little section in these little cutout areas right here. So, yes, that's my store. What I'm thinking about doing is that as I'm making more stuff, I'll make these squares smaller and push them up more on the wall as I get more stuff in, which is going to take time. But there's other stores around me. Shopping district. Yep. Okay, well, that's it for today. I don't know the next time that I'm going to be streaming. So, why are my lips not moving? Hello? Hello? Did it break or something? Anyways, the shape that I'm wearing right now is actually the shape that I showed you that I have going on for sale right now. So it's available still today, tomorrow, and then on the 9th it'll be taken down to the marketplace. Just alright, well, take care guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.